Hello, I'm Sam. Welcome or welcome back to my planty channel. Today, I'm going to show you guys my holiday cactus. After collecting houseplants for half a decade, I finally own some holiday cactus, and I have to say I'm loving them. I finally picked up my first one, and now I have 3. I really want to show them to you guys, and then we're going to pot up 2 in one pot, I think. So that's what we're doing really quick. So let's get started. But first, caffeine. I may or may not have a problem. I love Red Bull, y'all. I've almost traded in my coffee for Red Bulls. No, never mind. No, that's a lie. I'm going to show you the 2 that I picked up first, and then my grandma actually gifted me a holiday cactus for Easter. But it's not an Easter cactus, I don't think. So I'm going to let you guys help me decide. My grandmother very kindly gifted me a holiday cactus because she has been telling me she wanted to get me one or give me a start off of hers for a couple of years because I just never had any. And I swear the moment I start buying them is when she gifts me one. But I don't mind at all. It's very sweet, very special to me, and even more of a reason why I want to make sure that it's happy and it can live a very long, fulfilling life with me. So actually, I guess I'm just going to show them to you in the order that I got them. Okay, so the first one I'm showing you, I'm pretty sure I purchased this as a Christmas cactus, but after doing some research, I think that it's a Thanksgiving cactus. And you know, when you buy these in big box stores, I think I got this one at Walmart, a lot of the times they don't look the best, or they're like severely dehydrated. They're just not in the best condition, which you'll see with another one, the one that I was gifted. But, so this was my first ever holiday cactus, Thanksgiving cactus. And I'm pretty sure it's Thanksgiving cactus based on the tips and the points on the leaves. It did bloom for me. It was beautiful. I think it was in bloom when I got it. But it pushed out a few buds after that, and like actually around Christmas, I think. And then they fell off. This produces really cute little pink blooms. I think they're pink. They're like a deep hot pink or red, but I'm pretty sure they're more pinky. Also, this plant did not have any sun stressing when I got it. This is like one of my favorite things about plants in general, like thicker leaf foliaged plants, but holiday cactus and Hoya is how well they sun stress. I love the purples and the pinks and the reds coloration of sun stressing. So yeah, it's doing really well. It's actually growing really well. This lives in my kitchen window. Okay, so I had this one since probably November, I would say, of 2022. So not too long. And then I was like, man, I really want an Easter cactus. So whenever spring comes, closer to Easter, I'm going to be sure and pick me up an Easter one because like I said, I did some research on like the leaf shape and how to identify the Thanksgiving to the Christmas to the Easter. Whenever I seen the Easter cactus leaves, like, don't get me wrong, the points on these leaves are really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a weird bug or a beetle, but I don't know. I just really preferred the look of the Easter cacti. They don't have those points and those tips to them, but they do have the ridging and they do sun stress. So I really like the way this looks. It's like a chain link effect. I also really wanted a white blooming holiday cactus. They didn't have any white blooms when I picked this one up. So yeah, I really wanted a white blooming one, and I seen this about a month and a half ago, probably right when they first started putting out the Easter cacti. They had white blooming ones. So yeah, she was tiny, but she was so cute. The blooms were beautiful. It's been blooming pretty consistently since I picked it up. And now you can see those little white flowers have died off. I have also heard that holiday cacti can flower outside of their season, so that's really cool. Also, it just seems so fun to me to have these plants that you can expect, if you care for them well enough, to give you flowers at a certain time of year every year. It's like a Thanksgiving gift, a Christmas gift, an Easter gift that keeps on giving. This one has to be my favorite look-wise out of the 3 that I'm aware of. So there's my Easter cactus. Little size comparison and just comparison of the leaf differences in general. They're actually quite different. And before I picked up my first one and started collecting holiday cacti, I had no idea the differences between them or how to tell them apart. And now that I'm aware, I don't know, I feel like the difference between the two is quite obvious. Yeah, I can definitely tell they don't really look like before. To me they looked identical, and now they don't really look that much alike at all. You can see both of mine are starting to sun stress, and I'm just like obsessed. This one lives in my kitchen window. This one lives under a grow light. Okay, last but not least, and please bear with her because I'm not really sure where Grandma picked this up at, but you know, so she is heavily underwatered. Now, they look a bit different because of the health conditions. Like this one is a much brighter green. It has some really nice sun stressing. The leaves are full and plump. This one looks really dull at the moment because it's not healthy. It's severely underwatered. The leaves are paper thin and it just needs some help. Comparing the spikes, the points on the foliage, they appear to both be Thanksgiving cacti. Am I right or am I wrong? So I distinguished Thanksgiving and Easter, but I can't remember because I don't think I own one, what the Christmas cactus leaves look like. My grandma said this has pink flowers as well. It has a card in it. Let's just see. I could have done some Googling beforehand and figured it out, but I didn't. Zygo cactus is what it says. So I don't know, but she said this one has pink flowers also. So I was thinking, and this is fake. This is just a little fake flower spike that my grandma stuck down in here to make it pretty. She also had a nice pretty Easter bow on it. It was really cute, and she set it down in this little Easter pot. But yeah, we got roots coming out the bottom, so this one definitely needs a new pot. And also the soil and holiday cacti, along with many other plants, of course, in big box stores, is pretty gross and nasty, like always. Every year that I look at them and consider buying them, they usually look pretty similar to this, pretty sad, and the soil always just looks disgusting. That was my first time having them side by side, and just seeing the difference in health, like this bright lime green and this like super pale, almost gray color. It's so sad. They almost don't even look like the same plant. I'm pretty sure they are. I was thinking about potting them together and just making one full pot of Thanksgiving cacti, but now that I'm looking at them, I feel like their health and care requirements are going to be a bit different, just ever so slightly, because this one is heavily underwatered and malnourished. This one is nice and plump and it's on a good watering schedule. So this may kind of be a rescue. I don't think I want to pot them together because I feel like this one's going to need watering more often in the beginning stages to get it plumped back up, and I don't want to overwater this one. Also, I kind of want to be able to tell them apart. They have the same colored flowers. I think it would be really cool if they had two different color flowers to pot them together, but I want to always know which one is the one my grandmother gave me. So now that I'm looking at them, I don't think I'm going to pot them together, you guys. That took a turn. Let me see. Oh, see, look at those nice, healthy white roots. Beautiful. They both could use an uppotting. I might just go ahead and put this one, my first ever holiday cactus, in this little pink, blush pink planter that has been kind of chilling in. And this one, I don't know what I'll put it in yet. Maybe this one, depending on how big the roots are. Then again, the Easter cactus would look nice in there. I feel like that's kind of Eastery, springy. I don't want to put it in anything too big, but I don't know. I don't want to be having to constantly water them because I am an underwater these days. And though they are a type of cactus, these are a thinner leafed cactus. And so they do require watering much more often than like a barrel cactus or a cactus with a trunk. So I was going to pot up both of the Thanksgiving cacti in this little pink terracotta type planter. I've had this for so very long. It looks pretty rough, not gonna lie, but I do still like it. And I don't know, I like the old, almost rustic look to it. So, but now that I'm looking at them, I don't think I'm gonna put them together, which means this will probably be too big for just one of them. First things first, let's take out our sick cactus and just have a look at what's going on and see what we want to do. Ugh, the soil is so gross. And these roots are not nearly as healthy as my other one that I showed you that are coming out the bottom. The roots are very fine. So the roots look okay. They're not horrible, they're fine. But we do want to move her up. So let's just see. I also kind of want to put this one in a special planter, one that I really like because my grandma got it for me, right? Could that work? I don't know. This one's not as deep as it looks. Like it has that little ring in the bottom that comes up an inch, inch and a half probably from the actual base of the pot. So this actually might be a good size. Or do we want to put Easter cactus in there? I don't know. This root system, this one does not have roots coming out the bottom. It's smaller than the other two plants, so this is going to need a smaller pot. It actually might be okay just being left in this nursery pot for now. I may not even mess with that one. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put it in this one. Let me move you guys down a little bit maybe so you can see what's happening. Okay, and my soil here. I've missed this thing, you guys. Do you remember this cereal container that I used for my soil? I haven't used it in about a year. It's just kind of been sitting in on my plant shelf, my pot shelf, whatever. And I had to break it back out, and I gotta tell you, I've missed it. I don't know why I stopped using it. All right, let's take this guy back out and let's just do it, I guess. I'm also gonna give this plant a nice feeding. We're gonna fertilize it. And I also do have worm castings and Osmocote fertilizer beads in the mix. I'm gonna get a nice cacti and succulent fertilizer for these guys, I think. That's too much. I want to give the roots plenty of room to grow downward. I hope this doesn't have pests. I should probably treat it one good time for pests also, just in case. We don't need that in our lives, do we? This is not like a super chunky. It's very well draining. It has a lot of perlite in it. It also has some vermiculite, but it doesn't have like a bunch of bark and stuff in it. Honestly, until I'm going to get some more cocoa chips because the orchid bark that I buy is just like wood chips. It's way too big. It's way too big. It's not appropriate for plants, potted plants. Like I don't know why they sell that for orchids and potted plants when it's this big. Like it's supposed to be finely chopped up. And I feel like Coco Core offers that. And it has like the same benefits. It's more expensive, but totally worth it. Oh, you guys, I ordered some moss pole, like the outside parts of moss poles and some moss, the kind that you like stuff it down in and like build them yourself. It's at the post office, so I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow, making moss poles and putting in a bunch of my plants. Well, I only got 4, but okay, there we go. We're gonna water and fertilize with what I have right now, which is I'm not even sure what, but I hope it's okay. Maybe if I get this one brought back to health, then and get the leaves plumped up, then I'll pot it with this one. But, you know, this one's just doing her thing, doing so well, plump, juicy, healthy. I don't want to mess anything up here. And like I said, I don't know. I'd have to do something to be able to distinguish the two so I knew which one my grandma got me until they like filled out and became one basically. But that's cute, right? Cool. Did I put the flower back down in that my grandma almost knocked that over? That my grandma was tucked down in there? It's cute. I don't know. I think that's cute. I really don't want to knock anything off here, y'all. Okay. this one's doing well, but it does have roots hanging out the bottom. So I do feel like I want to go ahead and get a different pot, a little bit bigger, not too much, and some fresh soil. These roots on this are much more white, healthy looking. I mean, I feel like that's a decent size. I don't want to go too big. So the first one we potted, the sick one, is the largest of the three. Let's just see. I don't know. Maybe this isn't big enough, but oh my gosh. That's the only thing that sucks about using this is I can't really pour the soil back into it if I overfill, but I can do this. So it's okay. I do kind of want to remove that top layer of crusty, icky soil because it's just gross. Oops. This one doesn't look much different because it's been setting in this little pink planter as a cover pot this whole time anyway. But I actually really like it in here, so I'm more comfortable repotting when none of them are actually in bloom, so we don't mess any of the beautiful flowers up. Here we go. Got the pot really dirty, but there's that. God, it's just so pretty. I can't get over it. That one is so beautiful. Do we wanna... Let me look at the roots. This one's definitely not been in this potting mix as long, in this pot as long, I feel like. Yeah. It's really dense. I think there's like zero perlite in here, y'all. Oh no. The roots don't look very healthy either. There might be some rot. Don't be rotted. Oh no. Okay. So I'm actually glad that I pulled this out because, yeah, there's not a single drop of perlite or anything in here for this Easter cactus, and I love it so much. We're gonna get it out of this mix. Ew. Maybe they love this mix. I don't know. Y'all can tell me if I'm like screwing anything up, but to me, that doesn't look like a sufficient root ball. Or should I put this in a terracotta since it doesn't have many roots and there's a little bit of rot? Like the roots don't look great is what I'm saying. I just don't want to go get a terracotta pot, honestly, is what it comes down to. Just a sec. Couple things. I need a bigger table, first of all. Oh gosh. I just know I'm going to screw something up here. So I found a couple different pots that I might be comfortable using. I have this little tiny Target planter. I have several of these floating around. And because the root ball is so tiny, I feel like this could be a good fit. It's a teeny tiny little babe. We want to rehab the roots and give them a place to grow and not be like standing in water or staying wet too long. I want it to dry out decently quick, but not too quick. I think this could be a good fit. And then maybe come summer, we'll be able to move it up a little bit more. And if not, then not. But I think that's what I'm going to do, you guys. Some perlite in there. This is fresh soil right here from overfilling. Neat. Are holiday cacti epiphytic? Maybe they would appreciate bark. This is not a holiday cactus care video, so feel free to educate me. Like the first time I did a video like showing my orchids or doing repotting my orchids or something, y'all taught me everything, and now we watch Miss Orchid Girl and she is very, very helpful. Always so much to learn. What better teacher than experience and time, trial and error, for me anyway. That is definitely my best teacher. Okay, perfect. That's actually so precious. Are you joking? I was gonna pull these dead flowers off, but they're kind of like stuck down in there. And so I'm just gonna leave them be and let them fall off on their own. If they were ready to come off, I feel like they would pluck off rather easily. So that's honestly everything. I love it. That was a success. This did not go the way that I intended, but I think it might even have went better. I'm getting to use these planters that I haven't really had anything to put in them in a while, and so that's always fun. Look at them, a little trio, the Three Musketeers, little family. Freaking stinking cute, man. We're gonna water them in. Look at this. Actually, I'm not gonna water in the Easter cactus, and I might not water this one for a couple days either. I'm definitely watering this one, and I'm gonna put it in a little bowl or something, water it with fertilizer and let it sit and kind of soak up that water for a bit. Let me know if you guys think these are both Thanksgiving cacti. What are your thoughts? Oh, they just look so good and funky, like colorful planters. I never even imagined that they would look this good in funky pattern pots, but here we are, living for it. Love my Easter cactus even more now. Like, that is just so damn cute. And I love this one in this pot too. I can't wait to get this in good health and show my grandma when she comes over and show her the pretty pot I put it in. I think she would love this planter. Thank you, Grandma. I am coming in for the rescue. Ah, I love them. Okay, guys, that is my holiday cactus collection thus far. Don't have a ton, and mind you, I've acquired all of these since November, December. So yeah, I haven't had them that long, but I'm loving growing them so far. Like this one, I have just been loving so much, and it's done so well for me. I am so stoked to add these two in. Anywho, any tips, tricks, words of wisdom that you could add, I will definitely happily take your advice. Because I don't want to mess this up. I want to keep them happy and healthy and get them all to flower for me again and again and again, and maybe add more to my collection in the future. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is just a simple little holiday cacti video. I don't really know what it is. I'm just kind of posting whatever I'm doing because I'm doing so many different things now that spring's here and having fun with it. So if you stuck it out this long, thank you very much. Appreciate you, and hopefully you come back next time. Other than that, I will see you guys again very soon in my next video. Hopefully very soon, but maybe not. Who knows? You never know with me. I love you guys. Bye.